When I was 275 pounds, I was so desperate to lose weight that I spent thousands of dollars searching for the right things that would help me lose it. So I want to share the 5 things that I wish I never wasted my money on while trying to lose weight, because they got me nowhere. I just kept failing and I got absolutely no results. I'm also gonna share what I did spend my money on that actually helped and helped me lose 130 pounds and keep it off for 9 years. Number 1, diet pills, appetite suppressants, fat burners, basically anything in a bottle that said if I took it, it would help me lose weight. I bought every single brand and variety available. I spent probably hundreds of dollars just on those, and they were useless. They all went in the garbage because none of them worked. The reason is because along with struggling with my weight, I also had a very serious emotional eating issue. And so anything that said it would help me burn fat, it would help suppress my appetite, it didn't work, because with emotional eating, I always ate past the point of being full. Even if I wasn't hungry, I was still eating. And my issue was so bad that I would eat until the point where I would physically feel sick. So no appetite suppressant could help me because it went deeper than food. It was emotions. I was using the food to cope, and nothing would help except me looking at what was underneath and why I was using the food in the first place. So the fat burners that you can buy at your regular store, like supplement store, health food store, Walmart, whatever, they say that they're fat burners, but they don't actually burn fat. They have caffeine in them, which gives you energy to go do exercise so that you can potentially burn more calories and then burn fat. But they don't actually do that. And what I also always ignored on the bottle in the fine print, it does actually say this only works when you combine it with the proper diet. And the only way to lose weight, what a proper diet means, you have to be in a calorie deficit, meaning you need to be eating less. So me taking any sort of diet pill, fat burner, that kind of thing, while eating in a surplus because of my emotional eating, it never worked because I wasn't eating in a deficit. Also, those pills, like Kyle, my husband, he struggled, same thing, lost the same amount of weight as me, kept it off for the same amount of time. We both took those, and all they did was end up hurting our stomachs. I don't know, there's something in them. They just made me feel bad, and they never worked. So I am actually sponsored by a supplement company, HTLT Steps, and they sell like all of those like pre-workout, fat burners, they sell creatine, they sell protein powder, and all of those things can help you on your journey. They can give you the energy. Protein helps lower your hunger hormone ghrelin, so it helps you feel fuller longer, which helps because when you're in a calorie deficit, it's normal to feel hungry, but these things are not gonna make you lose weight. You take these and they're called supplements because they're a supplement to your calorie deficit if you're trying to lose weight. You still have to eat less.
HTLT has the GO2 max, which we've taken, and it really makes cardio easier.
Yes.
But you still have to do the cardio.
You still have to do the cardio, and you still have to eat less. Diet is key, and I will cover some exercise stuff later in this vid. But if you want to check the subs out, supplements, they supplement with the calorie deficit. Code Nicole will save you 15% off, and the link is down below. Cutie! Number 2, gimmicks. I literally tried them all, but some of the big ones that I remember being the most traumatized by that didn't work. 1, sauna belt. You know the thing that goes around your waist, that, Velcro thingy that's supposed to make you sweat and melt fat off your belly? I literally bought that. I wore that. That does not work because you can't just put something on a body part and hope that it'll burn the fat off. It just doesn't work like that.
If we could spot reduce fat we already thought of that like 30 years ago. We would have done it on our stomachs a long time ago.
I have PCOS. I carry excess belly fat. Like, that's just what happens when you have PCOS. If that sauna belt worked, I would never take it off. Like, never. And I'd have like a 6-pack because I would never take it off. The second thing, the Hollywood juice diet. I don't know, like, you might be my age or older. Like, when this came out, I remember watching the commercials. It was literally like a bottle of juice. I think it was red juice. On the label, it said Hollywood juice diet. And
It tried to eat me.
On the bottle, it said Hollywood juice diet. And as soon as I seen the commercial for that, I literally went to my nearest supplement store and I bought it. Again, it didn't work. You can't just drink something and think that it's a magic pill. Basically, what I'm getting at with the first two things is there's no magic pill. The biggest thing that I did, that I spent the most money on, was when Kyle and I were going to go on our first date, meet for the first time. We met online, so we didn't know what each other looked like. I did say to him, I am overweight, and he didn't care, but I was still worried about it. Even though he knew, I still wanted to look my best. I wanted to be skinny. So I went to this place that did wraps where you were supposed to lose like a ton of inches. You go, it was about $300 to $400, which it'd probably be like triple that now. But I paid like $300 to $400. You go, you drink this weird liquid. They take you in the back and they wrap you in tensor bandage things. They wrap you in tensor bandage things that are wet with some weird thing. And they wrap it really tight. And they literally make you jump on a trampoline for like 45 minutes. Yes, I did lose inches, just water weight, because I was sweating wrapped in these things for 45 minutes.
And I'll just add in that those juice diets, of course, if you don't eat food and you take in like almost nothing starvation calories, you're gonna drop water weight, or you're gonna drop weight really quickly, and then you're gonna put it all back on and double when you realize, oh wait, I'm hungry again.
Yes, and that's what happened. Yes, I lost inches with that wrap thing, but the next day I put it all back on because it wasn't weight, it was just water weight. That's not actual fat that you're burning because you're eating less and doing some exercise. That was just water weight. And yes, if you're eating less in any way, that's why the gimmicks, people still buy them, and they do work for a little bit of time, but they're not sustainable, and sustainability is the key. Number 3, special diet food. So I mean things like organic, grass-fed, low carb, low fat, gluten-free, holistic, alkaline. Anytime that I heard that if I went out and bought this special food, it could help me lose weight, I did. The problem is, like, there's nothing wrong with those foods. And like, you know, Kyle and I buy low-fat foods now. But the problem was back then is I only would buy the special diet food and only eat that. You need to be eating less. So when I was eating the special diet food, I was just eating that all day, not tracking, having no idea what I was eating. And I would end up eating those foods in a surplus because I thought all I had to do was eat those and lose weight. That's not actually the case. When it comes to weight loss, quality of food or type of food doesn't matter. It's only how much. So you can actually eat the things that you like. If you like those types of foods, you can buy them, but you still have to eat less of them in order to lose the weight.
And a lot of people get that confused.
Yes.
Health and weight loss are two different things.
Two different things. It is not quality over quantity for weight loss. It's quantity. How much? If you're eating any food, it doesn't matter if it's the healthiest food, gluten-free, grass-fed, whatever, if you're eating it in a calorie surplus, you will gain weight. If you're eating it in a deficit, you will lose weight. If I eat pizza and Skittles in a deficit, I'll lose weight. Number 4, diets. Kyle and I did he did Atkins, I did Weight Watchers, cabbage soup diet. I did something called the prayer diet. I
did Slim Fast. I did
Slim Fast,
between
yes.
the both of us, we've done 25, 30 different diets.
The one thing that I really wasted a lot of money on was the women's magazines, because like every 2 days they would have a new one out with a new diet on it. I bought them all. I had stacks of magazines and I did every diet in them. All of them were promising. A lot of them said like, lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks, lose 14 pounds in 14 days. Like, I did them all. I did get some results because all these diets, they require you to take away a food group or to restrict your calories like a lot or to follow certain rules. That's not sustainable. So every time I would get the results, I'd gain it all back plus more because it wasn't sustainable. I couldn't keep up those crazy rules and restriction and everything. So it didn't work. The last one, exercise programs and trainers. So I can't tell you how many workout DVDs, like all the workout programs. I bought like karate ones, I bought dance ones, I bought Insanity, P90X, we bought like a martial arts, boxing, like you name it, I bought them all. And yes, they can help, if you like that kind of thing, but I wasn't physically fit enough to do any of that. My weight was making it so hard for me to do anything physically. I could barely walk because my weight caused me plantar fasciitis so bad in my left foot. I was basically hobbling on one foot all day. So to expect myself to do all of these exercises, I physically wasn't fit enough to do it. And then I would just get fed up because I'd be so exhausted, I wouldn't want to do it again. Also, restricting my calories with all the other gimmicks, I would be so hungry because I wasn't eating enough, and then I was doing this exercise I wasn't fit enough to do. It was way too much for me. And then the other thing that I did was, personal trainers and like diet plans and stuff, they can work. But again, I had emotional eating. So what I did is I went to a gym and I bought a personal training program. At the time, this was like a long time ago. At the time, it was $600 for 6 weeks. I got a trainer and a diet book, and I was supposed to work out with my trainer once a week, and I would follow the diet in the book and then write out like exactly what I ate according to the diet every single day and show it to my trainer when I went to the gym. Well, I did all that. I worked out with my trainer, I followed the diet. But what would happen is, because I had emotional eating, the diet was restrictive. At night, all heck would break loose. I would emotionally eat all night. I would only record what the diet was supposed to be and leave out all the emotional eating at night. So when I weighed in at the end of my program, my trainer's looking at me and he's like, it's not his fault. He doesn't know that I'm emotionally eating at night. He only sees what I put on the diet plan, which I wasn't being honest. And he's like, well, you were working out, you probably put on muscle, and that's why you didn't lose weight. None of those training programs work if you have emotional eating, because you have to get your eating in check. You have to get help with the emotional eating, professional help, and I had to go do that. And once I started working through that, I was able to find something that I could stick to, and that's what I'll move on to now. All of those things save your money, especially if you're somebody who struggles with emotional eating. There's no magic pill that can fix that. It's not an easy thing. It's a difficult thing when you are using food to cope, but unfortunately, the tough love part of that is, if you want sustainable weight loss, you are gonna have to look at that piece. There isn't anything that can help you if you can't get your eating under control on your own, like with professional help, but you can't go take a diet pill and think that it's gonna help you if you've got eating issues. So what I spent my money on that was actually worth it, food that I actually liked and wanted to eat that was within my budget, not spending hundreds of dollars on like organic fancy diet food. I'm talking Walmart and Costco, sale deals, foods that I really love. And you can watch all my food, I show like what I ate and what I eat now. You can go watch those and see what I ate.
We just did a budget full day of eating from Walmart video.
Yeah, so go see that. Those are the foods that I bought and that I ate and that I still eat that help me get the weight off and keep it off. It's food that I love that, you know, is high volume food and lower calories so that I can feel like I'm eating a lot but stay in a deficit to lose weight. And it's everything. It includes treats. It's a balance, lean protein, veg, fruit, whole grain carbs, all of that. Everything. I don't exclude anything, and I always make sure that I have snacks and treats so that I don't feel deprived and I can stay on my plan. The second thing that I did was I decided to use portion control to lose the weight, so I went out and bought measuring spoons, cups, and a food scale. These things are so cheap, you can get them anywhere, and these things literally save Kyle and I's lives, just plastic cups and spoons, because any number tracking, calorie counting at the time triggered our emotional eating. I can count calories now, but I couldn't then. And so we used portion control to get in a calorie deficit to lose the weight. We looked on the backs of the foods that we bought that we wanted to eat, looked at the serving sizes, and used those as a guide for the portions. And then we used the measuring spoons and cups to make, you know, the most accurate serving sizes we could, and that's what we did. We would eat a meal plan that we liked with those portions for a week, weigh ourselves at the end. If we lost weight, we'd keep those portions for the next week. If we gained weight or didn't lose, we would pull back just slightly on our food like portions and then try again until we got it. And if you want to know like the exact portions and meals that I ate to lose the weight, I do have a weight loss ebook called The First 50. The link's down below, and code Nicole will save you 10% off. Another thing that I did that I spent money on that was worth it, good walking shoes. Because like I said, the only thing I could really sort of do was walking, but I was buying cheap shoes, wearing flip-flops, and if your feet don't feel comfortable and they're not supported, especially if you have like feet problems like I did, like the plantar fasciitis, you're not gonna be able to sustain even walking at a slow pace like I did, because your feet are gonna be hurting and you're not gonna wanna do it. So if you, like I'm not sponsored and I've tried a ton of different brands, but I always seem to end up back at New Balance, and I've showed you guys my shoes like many times. I'm wearing Crocs right now, so, but, but I always loved the New Balance, and right now I think I have the 1080 V13s. Good shoes, allow you to walk as long as you want, and you can sustain it because your feet feel good. And the other thing I spent my money on that was worth it is good, comfortable walking and workout clothes. Same thing as the shoes. I was buying cheap ones that didn't fit right, that weren't comfortable, and I didn't like them. If you don't feel good in your clothes, if you don't feel like you're looking cute, like if I didn't feel good, I didn't feel cute to go out in public. This might sound weird, but you have to like the clothes because you're not gonna wanna wear them. And if you don't feel comfortable, you're not gonna do even a 15-minute walk. Like I started with 15 minutes of walking. So my clothes had to be cute and comfortable so that I could wear them, and there was no excuse to not put them on and my comfortable shoes and do my walking, and no excuse to not, you know, use my measuring spoons and measure out the food that I liked. I buy my workout clothes anywhere that they're on sale. I find like, I'm in Canada, but like we have a Marshalls and a Winners here. I think you guys have a Marshalls in the States. I buy a lot of my clothes there. Also, I've been, this sports like top is from American Eagle. And if like you wait, I only buy from American Eagle on a sale. And then they have some really good sales. So if you wait for a sale, you can get some really good deals on good clothing. And I'm not sponsored, that's just what I do. So the friends, weight loss should never be a punishment. There's no gimmick, no diet pill, no magic pill, no sauna belt, no magic Hollywood juice diet
and
that's gonna help.
We're not doctors, we're not professionals, we don't have any papers of any kind. But from personal experience, just in our opinion, because we both had severe emotional eating, we would not recommend taking away whole entire food groups from a diet. That is like the best way to fail before you even start.
And this is coming from Two just regular people that struggled with weight from very young ages, like most of our lives, and emotional eating on top of it. Two people that literally tried every single diet product out there. We tried removing food groups. Anything that you could do to lose weight, we tried it.
And we love hacks. Like, we love doing the least amount of work and getting the most results. So if we're not doing it, there's a reason.
Exactly. And
especially in weight loss.
it was the portion control with foods that we liked. All food groups on the table. Like, we stopped taking away the food because taking it away just triggered our emotional eating, and that's what worked. Portioning it out, eating foods we liked, walking. We started with 15 minutes, took as many breaks as we needed. We stopped like every 2 to 5 minutes because one of us had, Kyle was getting leg cramps, I was getting like pain from my plantar fasciitis. We just went slow and steady, and after 3 months of walking for 15 minutes and portioning our food, we were able to go the full 15 minutes without stopping. So it's consistency, eating in a calorie deficit, the things that you like so that you can stick to it. And then, the diet comes first. Diet is key. You have to eat less. You've got to get that under control. Then you can add some exercise as a cherry on top, so that, you can move your body and get it moving and grooving. But that's the cherry. Make sure it's something you like and that you can sustain. And that's the key. If you can't do it for a long time, it's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to keep the weight off. And again, weight loss should never be a punishment. Sass and I really are like real friends losing weight in the real world. And we try to be as honest with you as we can. And we try to give you the whole thing. Like the underneath the food and diet stuff, the emotional eating, and the diet and exercise stuff. So I hope this helped anybody struggling. You don't have to spend a lot of money to lose weight. You don't have to buy any fancy stuff. You can lose weight on a budget, and you can do it eating food that you love. So watch this vid and this vid for more fun, sustainable weight loss tips, because again, real friends losing weight in the real world. I really thank you guys for your support, and we really love you, and that's why we do this channel, because we really struggled.
And we sell ebooks and we sell supplements.
Yeah.
And we're telling you, if you don't have the extra money, they're not necessary to lose weight. You don't need them.
Exactly.
They can help a lot, but you don't need them.
But again, they're supplements. You don't need them. We sell ebooks because the ebooks contain everything that we did that worked, what we ate, any exercises and stuff.
We take creatine and protein powder and pump pre-workout and all that stuff.
Sure, we do.
Because it works, but it's not the main focus if you need to lose weight.
Exactly. So again, you don't have to go spending thousands of dollars. There's no magic pill out there, and you can do this. One small change, eat foods you like, be consistent. It's consistency over perfection that's gonna get you there, and choose things that help you sustain what you're doing. Love you guys. I'll catch you in the next vid. Honey, bunny, now we'll do the croc dance.
I didn't know there was a croc dance.
I just made it up, honey.
Oh, okay.
Look at this.
You got fast feet.
Look at fast feet. Let's be football friends now. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Look at my feet. Look at my feet. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Fast feet, fast feet, fast feet. Fast feet, fast feet. Okay, it's hot out here. Bye, guys.
See you.
Yeah. Remember, the friends, that weight loss isn't just about the number on the scale. It's also about here and here. Heart and mindset. Fight through it. You can do it. Don't give up.